What's going on? This is Alex, USA Days. So I've been asked this question, and today I will use ChatGPT to help me answer this question. But the question essentially is I'm new QA engineer and have to learn a lot. This is hard. Will this become easier when I'm senior QA? I need to learn SQL, Linux, Git, SDLC, Scrum, API, Azure, and many more things. So I typed this question in ChatGPT. Let's ask ChatGPT, and I'll give my opinion on this matter. Uh, Here's the answer. Yes, with the time and experience, the learning process for new skills does become easier. As a senior QA engineer, you will have a deeper understanding of the industry and technologies you work with, and you'll be able to apply your knowledge more effectively. In the beginning, it can be overwhelming to learn so many things at once, but try not to get discouraged. Start with one topic at a time and be consistent with your learning. Try to apply what you learn in particular ways, either at work or through personal projects. It is helpful to network with others in your field and seek advice and guidance from more experienced QA engineers. Joining online communities or attending industry events can help you connect with others and stay up to date with on latest developments. Remember that learning is a lifelong process and it is natural to feel overwhelmed at times. Keep at it and don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. With hard work and dedication, you eventually become an expert in the areas you're studying. That's a good answer, but let's do a shorter, easier answer in bullet points. Okay, so shorter answer. Was the experience the learning process becomes easier? Start with one topic at a time and be consistent with your learning. Apply what you learned through practical work or personal project. Network with others in the field and seek advice from experienced QA engineers. Join online communities or attend industry events help stay up to date. Learning is a lifelong process and takes it, and it's okay to feel overwhelmed at times. Keep working hard and don't be afraid to ask for help when needed. Those are very well written answers. And what I have to add about this QA definitely can be hard, right? You will have to work on developing a certain base over time. Knowing some technologies or maybe a tool, right? But what actually happens when you move from industry to industry, you will find that you have to learn all the time. So it doesn't matter, even from project to project in the same company. It doesn't matter if you have a lot of years of experience. Maybe you will have some bases that are there to start new QA career or new QA job when you already did QA. Um, Maybe you'll have some networking or maybe something from computer science from college. But what it ends up being, you still have to learn. And learning starts every time you start new project, new product. First of all, you have to understand how to test the product. So, what needs to be done, who are the end users, and what kind of, business logic is in place to test it. So that's going to be new every time. This is the first moment, and that's a continuous learning experience, right? Second thing is you will have to probably learn new tools, how to test and work with that product. You may reuse some of your knowledge that you acquired before, but not all the time. And then there will be a lot of online research. So, unlike the development, when you become a QA engineer, you will have to learn how to test the product, understand the business logic, and many times you'll have to just search for answers that are not there. Um, when I just started working, my initial QA career was in a semiconductor. So the things I were working was like traffic generation tools for throughput, like iPerf or XChariot, Linux configuration and networking. Reading outputs for RSSI for the Wi-Fi strength signal, and so on. So a wide variety of things that I had to learn from scratch, and sometimes there were not a lot of documentation. So I was going through the processes of attending like Wi-Fi Alliance plug fests and understanding Wi-Fi and 11AC standard that was in development at that time, and not a lot of documentation was available, if any. So doing research, asking, and continuously figuring things out was the part of the process. And then I switched from that product and that industry as a QA engineer, who was a senior title, senior knowledge for QA for in Wi-Fi industry, and I moved into e-commerce and then in gaming. And barely any knowledge from the previous things applied, really. So you have to now figure out the product. So for the e-commerce, how you're going to test that, right? Making purchases and completely different things from what was in the semiconductor industry. And then in the gaming, it's a completely different thing. Again, now I'm in the industry of medical API, and I mean I have pretty wide background in many things, but only a couple things that I try to dive deep and learn, and they provide job security essentially. And I think that's what's going to happen with you over time. Maybe it's overwhelming right now, but what I suggest, as ChatGPT says, just pick one tool. You have to remember you can't learn everything and it's impossible because the technologies are changing. So you have to be focused around the product. Same thing if you're as a developer. A lot of developers just work on specific stack. There's no developer that knows everything, right? They learn several languages, specific language tools that they work with, and then they get really good in it. And then they know some other things, but not at the same level. Same thing going to happen with you as a QA engineer, and you will learn a lot of things on the basic level, how to do things on the basic level. You will grab a tool that you will learn really well that will help you to advance for like in automation, for example, or become senior QA engineer, and then you can just grow in that direction, right? It's impossible to learn everything because there's so many new technologies. Different companies use different languages, different tools. Products are different. So physically, there's not enough time with all the updates. Things are getting outdated. New things are being released. There's not enough time to get expert in everything, right? So yeah, if you start and you're overwhelmed, just pick a topic, try to get good at this topic, right? So just one thing at a time. On in the other areas, you'll have more of like a basic understanding, knowledge, and when you need to dive deeper and do more in that specific area, you're gonna do the research. And it never stops. So for me as a QA engineer, every day I am online doing research, trying to figure things out. It's not like, hey, I learned QA and that's it. I don't need to do anything else. No, even on a senior level, you're still learning. I in tech in the IT, learning is a continuous process. It doesn't matter if you're just starting or if you've been in the industry for a while. You'll still have to Google, and not everything has documentation. Some things you just have to figure it out. Um, Especially in QA, you will probably face a lot of companies where you'll have a lot more uh, documented business processes and practices than the actual QA documentation in place. Like what our testing process, what our test strategy, what kind of tools are we using, and how we approach testing, what our test schedule. A lot of those things are not there. You might have some templates for the way how company prefers you to file bugs. You might have some regression matrices in place, and that's it in terms of that documentation. That might be it. Yeah, and mind you, this also when documentation is in place, someone have to continuously update it because product keeps changing, and if it doesn't happen, you might also just find outdated documentation in place. So it's also going to happen. It gets outdated really fast. Okay, so again, my answer to the question, um, for a new QA engineer, and if it's a lot to learn and it is hard, to just take it easy, step back, understand that it is a learning process. It will get easier, but the learning part of it always going to be there. Doesn't matter how many years you're in QA, and over time you just kind of choose and pick a tool you want to really, you know, dive into it and get really good at it. That will provide you your seniority, and everything else you kind of will know about it a little bit, but still you'll have to read and figure it out, and that's going to be daily. So if you choose a tech industry career, prepare to feel stupid all the time, because every time, if you feel stupid learning and you don't know things, I mean, that's going to happen. So you just kind of, okay, I don't understand this, I need to figure this out. I don't understand this, I need to figure this out. That's going to be like your daily, weekly thing. All right, so hopefully this helps. ChatGPT is amazing with the answers, and support, asking questions, learning from your peers, finding local QA outlets and reaching out, or online. Having a community to that can help you out is important in the process, because researching is the great part of it, but also I just want to add, you can't, sometimes you just can't find the answer online, so you have to ask. All right, so this was Alex USA Days. Hopefully that's helpful. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.